Contrary to popular belief, the Avengers cast does not hate Brie Larson because of her antics and her behavior. In this video, I'm going to be going over Don Cheadle's response and what it all means. Many of the Marvel community have been concerned with some of the recent interviews that are garnering attention for a different reason, with fans claiming that there is actually proof that Brie Larson doesn't get along with the other Avengers cast, or rather Chris Hemsworth and Don Cheadle. You know, they kind of threw a little bit of shade to Brie Larson, which is understandable because she sometimes does feel so full of herself and she dislikes white men, and you know, she supports SJWs, which may discourage certain fans of liking Brie Larson. There's also been a lot of YouTube discussion videos talking about, you know, analyzing the body language and all of the things that happen in these certain interviews. Like in one of the interviews with Brie Larson where they were promoting Avengers Endgame, Jeremy Renner threw a little bit of shade through his reply to the interviewee's comment, and also was looking away from Brie Larson the whole time. I'll show you the video clip so you guys know what I'm talking about.
Brie, Jeremy, it's such a pleasure to be in the same room as you guys. You guys are world celebrities. Jeremy, I want to ask you, does this position come with a lot of responsibility? Do you look at it that way?
Look at it with responsibility. I mean, I am committed to self-improvement, and I work at being the best person that I can be and using this platform for as much good as I can. But it doesn't mean that I don't make mistakes, but I'm very comfortable with that and allowing myself to learn from those mistakes.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty accountable and responsible in my own life, at any rate. So, celebrity is not something that I used as any sort of platform to be more responsible or accountable, I suppose. But it's certainly an absolute blessing to see the joy on kids' faces.
Yeah.
That couldn't be I don't think there's a feeling that comes close to.
Yeah, so that is what people are raving about. There is also one other interview where it appears that things are a bit awkward between Brie Larson, Chris Hemsworth, and Don Cheadle, and both Chris Hemsworth and Don Cheadle are really likable people, and you know, they like all of the rest of the cast. So for them to have a little bit of problems with Brie Larson seems a little bit understandable. I mean, it's because of her recent behavior, but it seems as though this is not the case. They could have just been tired after doing tons of press conference stuff, and you know, that is very tiring. Anyhow, one of the fans that suspects the cast actually dislikes Brie Larson tweeted about it recently, and he got a reply back from Don Cheadle, the actor who plays War Machine. So you can see here the fan claims that he got pissed when Brie elbowed him and even slightly mouthed words, and he says that it all adds up, and Jeremy Renner was uncomfortable, so was Don Cheadle, and even Thor seemed to intentionally trigger her. Don Cheadle replied back by saying, "You kids are hilarious. Whoever you are, you're reading in. Take a break from your detective work. We're all good and hope you enjoy the movie." So this clearly indicates that Don Cheadle does not have a problem with Brie Larson and all of her SJW activities in the past. She actually hasn't done most of that I hate white men stuff recently, so she's done nothing to suggest that. So there must have been a PR from the Marvel team who came in and, you know, told her to be careful with her words because she is a celebrity. So yeah guys, make sure to comment down below and let me know what you think of this. Do you still think there is some things going on between Brie Larson and the rest of the Avengers cast? Does the Avengers cast dislike or hate Brie Larson because of her antics? Because a lot of YouTube videos do suggest so. But I think that even though Brie Larson has done some amusing things in the past that maybe she shouldn't have done, including a lot of SJW behavior, this does not mean that the cast dislikes her for it. And you know, she might be a little bit full of herself every now and then, but they're just playing around, and I think the internet is really overreacting and over-analyzing pretty much everything from those interviews. I will point out that it's interesting that the male Avengers cast members pretend to get huffy with each other in interviews all the time, and there is never this level of scrutiny that Larson, whose solo film Captain Marvel was review bombed, by the way, because of people who are anti-feminist, faces. So, you know, I'm not a white knight or a feminist or anything, but in my opinion, I think that the internet is overreacting and overanalyzing all of these interviews, and that Jeremy Renner, Don Cheadle, and Chris Hemsworth don't really have problems with Brie Larson. They just get a tiny bit irritated when she is too full of herself. You know, it doesn't have to require detective work or anything. Anyways, guys, if you are interested in more things Avengers Endgame, make sure to go to my channel. I've uploaded a bunch of videos about spoiler talk, explaining the death scenes in the movie, and also every single movie we have confirmed that we have to look forward to in phase 4 of the MCU. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Peace out.